Love, in the eyes of Carl Gustav Jung, is far more than simple chemistry or chance. As one of the founding fathers of depth psychology, Jung explored the hidden forces that drive human behavior, uncovering that love is often fueled by unseen psychological mechanisms. According to Jung, people fall in love for two primary reasons. They project their unconscious onto another person, or they resonate deeply with an internal idealized image, the anima or animus. Understanding these two reasons can reveal much about our own emotional patterns and relationships. This essay will delve into Jung's complex theories, explaining projection and anima-animus resonance in detail. It will also explore the emotional and psychological consequences of these phenomena, and how a deeper understanding can lead to healthier, more authentic connections. By examining love through a Jungian lens, we uncover not just the nature of attraction, but also the profound opportunity for self-discovery and growth that love offers. Jung's perspective invites us to move beyond seeing love as something that happens to us, and toward understanding it as a mirror of our inner world. Through this mirror, we can confront both our greatest hopes and our deepest shadows. Carl Jung's theory of the unconscious. To fully understand why people fall in love, we first need to understand Jung's broader framework, the unconscious mind. Jung divided the unconscious into two parts, the personal unconscious and the collective unconscious. The personal unconscious contains forgotten memories, repressed emotions, and personal experiences that we have not integrated into our conscious selves. These elements often influence us without our realizing it. The collective unconscious, however, is more profound. It is a vast inherited reservoir of human experiences and archetypes, universal symbols and patterns that exist across cultures and time periods. Archetypes such as the mother, the hero, the trickster, and the shadow reside in this collective space. They deeply shape our thoughts, dreams, and behaviors, including how and why we fall in love. Central to Jung's concept of the unconscious are two specific archetypes, the anima and animus. These inner figures represent the feminine side of a man's psyche, anima, and the masculine side of a woman's psyche, animus. They play a crucial role in shaping our romantic attractions, serving as templates that influence who captures our hearts. First reason, projection. The first reason people fall in love, according to Jung, is projection. Projection occurs when we unconsciously attribute parts of ourselves, often parts we do not recognize or accept, onto another person. In love, projection often takes the form of seeing an idealized version of ourselves or our desires reflected in another individual. When someone triggers strong feelings of affection or fascination, it is often because they have awakened a part of us that was dormant. We project our hopes, fears, and unmet needs onto them, seeing them not as they truly are, but as a carrier of our own inner world. This can create an intense, almost magical feeling of connection that feels larger than life. However, projection also carries risks. Eventually, the illusion wears off, and we begin to see the other person more clearly. The qualities we once admired may no longer seem present, leading to disappointment, conflict, or disillusionment. Jung emphasized that recognizing projection is essential for personal growth. It invites us to reclaim the parts of ourselves we have cast onto others. Deeper mechanics of projection. Projection in love can often be traced to unfulfilled psychological needs from early life experiences. For example, someone who lacked emotional support in childhood may unconsciously seek a partner who seems nurturing and attentive. They project their need for security onto this person, seeing them as the perfect caretaker. Yet, no individual can perfectly fulfill another's unmet childhood needs. Over time, the real personality of the beloved emerges, and the relationship faces a crisis. Will the lovers confront the gap between fantasy and reality, or will they remain trapped in cycles of blame and disappointment? By becoming aware of our projections, we can transform our relationships from unconscious reenactments of old wounds into conscious, mature partnerships. Recognizing the humanity of the other person, with all their strengths and flaws, opens the door to genuine intimacy and healing. The consequences of projection. When projection dominates a relationship, it can feel exhilarating at first but becomes suffocating over time. The projected partner often feels pressure to live up to unrealistic expectations. Simultaneously, the person doing the projecting may feel betrayed when their fantasy collapses. This dynamic often leads to the falling out of love stage. What initially seemed like a soulmate connection reveals itself to be a misunderstanding between two people, each seeing through the lens of their own inner needs. For relationships to survive beyond projection, both individuals must do the hard work of self-reflection and honest communication. In this way, falling in love and falling out of love becomes a profound psychological journey. It challenges us to confront the parts of ourselves that we have externalized and to take responsibility for our own emotional fulfillment. Second reason, resonance with the anima, or animus. The second reason people fall in love, according to Jung, is resonance with the anima, or animus. This phenomenon occurs when a person closely matches the internal image of the ideal feminine anima, or masculine animus's figure stored deep within our unconscious. The anima and animus develop during childhood through experiences with caregivers, cultural ideals, and personal fantasies. Over time, they become deeply ingrained templates that shape our perceptions of attraction and love. When someone appears to embody our internal ideal, the emotional response is immediate and powerful. Unlike projection, which often involves unmet needs and fantasies, resonance with the anima, or animus, touches something archetypal and universal. It feels as though we have encountered someone who awakens the deepest parts of our soul, offering a glimpse into the mystery of our own unconscious. The power of the anima and animus. The experience of meeting someone who matches our anima or animus is often described as electrifying or otherworldly. There is a sense of destiny, of encountering a long-lost part of oneself. Jung referred to this as the soul image. The person seems to complete a missing part of the psyche. However, this kind of resonance can also be overwhelming. The intense emotions involved may lead individuals to idealize their partners or place impossible expectations upon them. Relationships based on anima or animus resonance can burn brightly but also destructively if not grounded in reality. Recognizing the influence of the anima or animus allows individuals to honor the beauty of such connections without losing themselves. It enables lovers to see both the archetypal magic and the real imperfect human being standing before them. The journey of integration. Ultimately, Jung believed that the goal was not to find someone who perfectly matches our anima or animus, but to integrate these inner figures into our conscious awareness. By doing so, we achieve greater psychological wholeness and reduce the compulsion to seek completion outside ourselves. Integrating the anima involves a man developing qualities traditionally associated with femininity, such as emotional sensitivity, intuition, and empathy. Integrating the animus involves a woman cultivating qualities traditionally associated with masculinity, such as assertiveness, rationality, and independence. When individuals undertake this inner work, they become less dependent on romantic partners to fulfill unconscious needs. Their relationships become partnerships of equals, grounded in mutual respect rather than unconscious longing. The dynamics between projection and anima animus. Projection and anima animus resonance are deeply intertwined. The anima or animus provides the blueprint for projection, guiding whom we choose to love and how we perceive them. The beloved becomes the canvas upon which we paint our deepest hopes and fears. Initially, this interaction can feel like magic. Everything seems to click, conversations flow effortlessly, and there is a profound sense of understanding. But over time, differences emerge, and the challenge becomes whether the lovers can move beyond their projections to truly see each other. Successful relationships navigate the journey from projection to reality. They transform the energy of the anima, or animus, into conscious appreciation for the actual person. In doing so, love evolves from infatuation into deep, enduring connection. The dangers and growth opportunities. Jung warned that without awareness, relationships dominated by projection or animus resonance could become traps. People may repeat destructive patterns, endlessly seeking a fantasy partner who does not exist. They may blame others for their unhappiness, failing to recognize their own psychological projections. However, when approached consciously, love becomes one of the most powerful opportunities for growth. It exposes hidden aspects of the self, forces confrontation with personal shadows, and demands the development of compassion, patience, and honesty. In this sense, love is not just a personal emotion but a path toward individuation, the lifelong journey of becoming one's true self. Through the fires of relationship, individuals are refined, humbled, and ultimately strengthened. Modern implications of Jung's theory. In today's fast-paced, image-driven society, Jung's insights are more relevant than ever. The ease of projecting fantasies onto others through curated social media profiles has made genuine connection more challenging. The line between reality and projection often blurs. By applying Jung's theories, individuals can approach love with greater mindfulness. Instead of seeking perfection in others, they can cultivate wholeness within themselves. They can recognize when an attraction is driven by projection or archetypal resonance, and choose to move beyond illusion toward authentic connection. In a world obsessed with appearances, Jung's call to inner work offers a radical and liberating alternative. It reminds us that true love is rooted not in finding the perfect other, but in becoming whole ourselves. Conclusion. Carl Jung's exploration of why people fall in love reveals the profound psychological dynamics beneath our most cherished experiences. Whether through projection or resonance with the anima or animus, love reflects the hidden workings of the unconscious. By understanding these processes, individuals can navigate love with greater wisdom and courage. They can move beyond the illusions of projection, honor the archetypal beauty of the anima and animus, and forge relationships based on truth rather than fantasy. Ultimately, love, as Jung saw it, is a path not just toward another person, but toward the deepest parts of our own soul. It is an invitation to know ourselves, to heal our wounds, and to become whole.